Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another video. We are so back, guys. We are so back. Motivation's up. Life is just up, man. It is roughly around like 5:30 right now, 5:20. I've just gotten up, got on a little walk. Yesterday night, I went to bed around like 11. I had one of the most banging headaches, but every single time I get a headache towards the night, I know for a fact I'm going to wake up early in the morning, so I wasn't too mad. I actually hope you guys can hear me. There's no mic, there's no nothing. You know, even connected to my earphone. My earphone's in my other phone. But you guys have to start doing this type of things, man. Getting up out of bed. Like, I was in bed at like 4 something. Like, I can't sleep, but I was like, I have to get out of bed and just go out here and just go on a walk, man. I call this a trifecta. I have the music in for the soul, the nature out here for the mind, and the walk just strengthens the body physically. It's just beautiful, man. You guys gotta get out of here, man. But to give you guys a little update on things going on. But one thing I found funny, because I finished 2 Corinthians yesterday, and I remember that I was telling you guys about how I'm trying to read 10 books in the Bible by the end of the quarter. And I just haven't even keep track with you guys. So I've read Judges, Proverbs, Matthew, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, and Ecclesiastes. So now today I'm going on to Galatians. I'm just going to read all the way down into Revelations. So if you see this, and to be fair, the funny thing is that I record these videos so well in advance that by the time you see this, I probably already finished it. So, but still, if you still want to be caught up with me somehow, some way, try and catch me at Revelations. But other than that, yeah, motivation's high, man. I'm so excited to get back into doing some work. The fact that I'm even physically healed again, to the point where I can actually just start doing things like this. I can come outside, go on walks. Yeah, of course, only issue once again is my hand, but I just need to be fully healed by June 1st, because I spoke about I wanted to do like my own 90-day hard. Not 90, well, it's 75 hard. I want to create my own, like a gold echelon 90-day challenge and try and get as many people as I can on board. Once again, by the time you see this, it will probably already be happening. I don't know if I don't know, because I'm up by a few videos, so it just depends. But yeah, I'm about to go home now, do my Bible study, do my gratitude list, eat breakfast, and then just sit there and look in, man. And I'm happy. I'm up early, so yeah, I'm gonna try and keep doing this as frequently as possible. Like, I've even been waking up around a little bit later, around like 8, 9, because I've been going to bed slightly later working. But I think when it comes to, for example, when I'm trying to start training 2 times a day, waking up early is always better. Like right now, I went on a walk, but this could be a jog in like a month's time, or yeah, most likely be like a joke. And the funniest thing is that the SO4 bus is near my house. So if you're not in London, you don't know what I'm talking about. But there's a bus that goes straight from my area all the way to Canary Wharf. And I went to Canary Wharf yesterday to do work on my laptop and to meet one of my friends. And Canary Wharf is literally beautiful. So what I might even start doing is taking the SO4 down there and then just start jogging around it. But more of that you'll see later on. For the meantime, yeah, I've just enjoyed that sit. I'm going to go back now and then just literally lock in, man. I want to tell you guys, man, if you guys want to change your life, bro, the number one way to do that is just get up and go after it. And I think so many people in this life try to spookify or mystify what it takes to win. Literally, all you need to do is get up and go after it. Like, even me just getting up right now and coming on this walk, I'll be real, my house was warm. I'll be real, my bed was comfortable. But I said, I'm gonna feel better doing this. And it's kind of cold right now. It's not too warm, it's kind of coldish, and the wind is blowing, so it makes it even harder. But I was listening to Joe Rogan and David Goggins talking about this, yeah. And Joe was talking about how the suck doesn't feel good in the moment, but when you finish the suck, it feels better. Now, obviously, why for that? It don't sound right, but the suck, when he means the suck, he means doing the hard work, which you don't really want to do. And of course, to a certain degree, I enjoyed this because this is like nostalgia for me. Last year, when I used to wake up and do prayers at 6 a.m. in the morning, I'd wake up around like 4:30 and do the exact same walk. But still, it's kind of cold, and as I said, I'm still recovering from my injury, so my feet are still hurting a little bit from this walk. But being able to do this mentally just makes me feel better. And when I go home, I know I'm going to feel even 10 times better that I got up early in the morning, went on a walk now. Because when I go home and eat, I'm going to be a lot more hungrier, so I'm actually going to enjoy my food even better. But yeah, enough rambling on. Just get up and go after it, and make sure you keep achieving the things that you know you're destined to achieve. So it's been roughly about 2 weeks, honestly, since that last section there. And I think mainly I've gotten to the point now mentally that I was like, okay, I don't know what actually to put onto this channel. I didn't have any meetings booked in, and in terms of business, like there's things that have been happening, so I'm actually going to update you guys on that later on. but in terms of things to show you, there has not actually been much for me to show you. So I've been thinking, okay, then let me just not record. But two things happen. One, I can see my skill in speaking has drastically declined. And obviously now it's looking a lot better. But this is like my third or fourth take of starting just this video alone. So I can just see that, yeah, from now on, I can't slack again in recording. Whether I come in here and just start talking rubbish to you guys, okay, I don't want to do that because actually that's one of the things I'm going to talk about later on. But yeah, I don't want to come and just talk rubbish. But whether I just start dropping value videos where I'm just talking with no script, I just come here to just talk for free, or I start recording content consistently, because I've gotten so ahead in terms of recording content for my second channel that I have not recorded since, I think, since the beginning of this month, because now my editors have videos to be editing, so I have not needed to record. But I think because of that, I can see that my skill in speaking has declined. Like, I'm taking a lot more time to process what I'm saying. I feel like my articulation is kind of off point, my melody, my tone, all these sorts of things. But we're back again with so much to just lay down onto you guys. So one of the actual main things that made me to come to start re-recording now is that it's been dwelling on my heart a lot to speak to you guys about acquiring skills. So much has been happening. So basically, I'll give you some context. So as I said, I don't know if I said it now or the last recording, but yeah, I dropped the first video on the Clinic Flow YouTube channel, which is obviously Clinic Flow is my business with my business partner. And when I dropped the video, I put the title as something like "Why patients are slipping through," or "Why patients are slipping through your fingers right now." And my business partner messaged me and he was like, "That is a horrible title." Now, when he said that to me, he made it like he said like 4 times. I'm like, "That's title's dead. Title's horrible." Da, 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 da. And obviously, if you don't have a friendship like that, you'll think, okay, he's just being rude. But I'm happy he said it to me like that, because when he said that to me, it genuinely pissed me off. And not pissed me off because why is he correcting me? Why is he saying this about the title? But it pissed me off that this is my side. That is, like, in my mind, my role. So when I get it wrong, or at least in my mind, I should be better than him at that. So if he's to see that and say that it's bad, in my mind, I'm like, somewhere down the line to me getting to this point, I don't understand how to make good copy. So I'm very honest. I'm quite a competitive person, and it could be the smallest thing, but I want to compete in it. And alongside of that, I also have slight of ego, not like a negative ego that makes me come and think I'm unteachable, but ego to the point where I strive to be not perfect, because there's no such thing as perfection apart from Jesus Christ. I can't be perfect, but I have a quote in my mind which is, if you chase after perfection, you will reach excellence. So I want to be perfect in a lot of criteria, but I understand I can't be perfect, but I will reach excellence. Now, because of that, since then, I have been dwelling so much in copywriting, and it made me to land on KJ Rainey. And the funny thing is, I already know KJ Rainey. Like, I've been watching this content here and there, but never to the point of what I'm doing now. So currently, I have been binge watching his YouTube channel. And what I want to talk to you guys about, and this also links to about acquiring skills and stuff like that. But what I've been doing is binge watching his content, binge watching the content, so I can actually improve on copywriting. But I'll finish this part first and then go on to that. So about acquiring skills. So when he said this to me, I said, okay, I need to acquire skills. But more importantly, I said, okay, hold on, let me come and talk about this. So my older brother has started coaching, because he's a six-figure recruiter. If you guys don't know that, go look him up. Jack's Coach on TikTok. He's my older brother. He started doing coaching, and one of the people commented, Jax, how can I... So long story short, the girl was basically saying that she's got a university degree, she's done her law, she's done masters, but to now she still can't get hired. And the issue is that she's working a job that pays her bills. So she can't find no time to get experience so she can get a job that's actually relevant to her degree, meaning that she's basically stuck in this cycle of working a job she doesn't want to work, because she doesn't have time to be able to acquire more skills or get the experience so she can get a better job. She's late 30s, because obviously she's done university, done masters. Now, what that basically placed into my heart is to say, if you are young and you have no responsibilities, like I spoke about this on my main channel, but I really want to hone it in here. If you are young and you have the time, take up all the time you have to acquire skills. Like, genuinely try and acquire skills. And what this basically made me reflect and look into my life right now. So as I spoke about with KJ Rainey, I'm currently binge watching all of his videos. Like, this is one of my things. If I find somebody who provides value, I watch every single one of their videos on YouTube. They could have 500 videos or 20 videos. I'll watch every single video, because for me, every single video has a gem in it. It has something I can learn from. And if I learn from it, I will definitely implement it. Like, what I go through, I watch every single video and I screenshot and I take literally all form of guides that they have. I put it inside of my camera roll, and I don't delete it until I've done something with it, until I've either actioned it in my life or I've stored it somewhere where I can actually come back and read it again. And because of this, I can see that just even my psychology in terms of copywriting has improved. And what I want to say with in terms of the girl and her situation is that because she's got to the point where she can't even escape this cycle, she feels like she's stuck in this, that she can't do anything. Now, of course, everybody has the same amount of time in the same day. So I don't know if she's working like 15-hour shifts, like she's proper grueling with to the point where she has no life at all. But her situation is that she's stuck in this cycle. And what it made me think about is that I know so many people who are currently in university who will end up in a situation because if she sees this, I apologize. But I got nosy. I wanted to say, okay, what's your life like right now? At least what are you portraying on social media? So I clicked her TikTok account and I saw that she was posting her at like a party, on holiday with her friends, all these sorts of things. Now, of course, enjoy. Of course, enjoy. But because she's saying she has no time or she has had no time, all I see is that she's got into the situation where I feel like she was enjoying so much free time to the point where she's now, or at least in my mind mentally, what I'll say, what I see is the equation is she basically relied on her degree and her masters to be able to be the thing that gets her to a better position in life. But obviously, the firms see, okay, she has the qualifications, but where's the experience? But because instead of her getting experience, she was enjoying life. Like, of course, if you want to enjoy life, enjoy. But ensure when you are enjoying, you basically have the qualifications, the skills, and the experience to be able to get yourself to that next level. Like, for example, myself here, I don't have a job right now. So I can spend all my time acquiring skills and I still have time to be able to have fun. But that's because I don't have income right now and I don't have bills. So I'm a completely different position to her. But because she's gotten to the position now where she has bills that she has to pay for, maybe she's moved out, she lives by herself. Because she's gotten to this position, she is struggling to acquire skills or at least acquire the experience to be able to get herself to the next level. Now, if you are young, this is your time to be able to do it. If you are between the ages of 14, 15, 16, 17, even if you're 11 somehow watching this, 11 up to about, I don't care how old, let's say 20, 28, yeah, and you have no job, you live with family, abuse this time to learn. Like go on YouTube, watch videos on 1.5 speed. Go on Audible, listen to value books. Go and read books. Go and purchase books. And the reason why I say this is because this is the time for you to acquire the skills. And those skills will come in so much handy. And even from listening to KJ Rain, like I'll touch back upon that, I've been binge watching this content, 1.5 speed, going through, downloading the guys that he's made, screenshotting everything that's valuable. And I won't even lie, it gave myself like a wave of anxiety because I'm learning so much about copywriting. I'm like, hold on a minute, I need to go check our sales page. I need to go check our VSL. I need to go check the copy which is on, for example, my Instagram. I have to go check the copy on where I make videos on my main channel. I have to check the copy on how I make videos on the Clinic Flow channel. I have to check the copy for our presentation. So I'm like, hold on a minute. It's just opened a whole nother door of things that I need to do. To the point where I'm like, damn, like, it is not easy to get rich. And even the funny thing is that KJ Rainey says there's only two ways to get rich. And I think he heard it from someone else. But you either get rich hard or you get rich harder. That's it. You can't, there is no easy way. And I think I've seen the easy ways, and the easy ways don't do anything for you. Like, of course, I've told my story multiple times. I made a lot of money from dropshipping. But because I didn't have any real skills, the money's gone, and I had no skills at that point in time. Well, I had skills, but at least it wasn't transferable skills in terms of like, I didn't understand sales, didn't understand copywriting like I'm trying to learn right now. Then it was more like I understood Etsy. But because we got booted off Etsy, of course, my Etsy skills just got left on Etsy. And I feel like I've gotten into like a massive circle right now. And this is one of the things I want to be working on, trying to get back into being able to articulate my thoughts to ensure that you can actually stay caught up on the story and actually understand. But long story short, do not waste your time. I will go there. Just do not waste your time. Because once the time is gone, the time can't come back. Warren Buffett, who is, everybody knows, a billionaire, like one of the best traders and investors in the world, he will pay anything to be where you are right now, at your youthful age. And literally, KJ Rainey talks about this inside of Ecclesiastes, that literally, the Bible says that it is better to be an alive dog than a dead lion. So no matter what situation you are currently in, you are better than any single person who has lived before you because they are dead. They can't enjoy the life that we are currently living. Like, literally just before turning this camera on, I had beef and rice with mixed vegetables inside of a container. Do you know what they'll have to do back in the day to be able to eat food like I just ate? All I had to do was go into my fridge and put the food in the microwave and turn the microwave on. I know people that don't even have a microwave, so they can't even meal prep the way I meal prep. I know there are people back in the day, they had to go and kill to go get the food. They had to go on a hunt. So my whole thought process is that we are in such a better situation than all those other people, and you choose this time to not to use the time. This is the best time to possibly use the time. Do not allow the time to go, because once the time is gone, the time is gone. Like, sadly for that girl in her situation, the time is gone. She lost the time. Okay, maybe it's not completely gone because she can come back from all these sorts of things. But her age, from when she started this degree and this and her university to where she is now, all of that time is gone. All she has is what she learned from that time period, or all of the evidence from that time period is where she is now. That she got her master's degree, she got her uni degree, sure. But all of the time that she spent there is gone. All of the fun, all of the experiences, they're gone. Of course, they're going to be in memory, but the time itself is gone. She can't go back and try to use those 8 years again, or however long it took. So once the time is gone, the time is gone. So you need to ensure that you utilize the time while it's still here. Like right now, I'm so happy that I can literally spend the next month focusing on acquiring skills. Like, I'm so focused on copywriting right now to the point where I want to implement it into literally everything that I'm doing. And of course, this is not me coming to you to say, okay, become a copywriter, because I'm not becoming a copywriter. I'm learning the skill of copywriting to implement it into all of my business. Like, you'll start seeing my titles improve, my copy improve. If you join my Discord community, you'll see those things improve. And the funniest thing is that psychologically, I knew some of these tips and tricks, but now that I'm actually seeing it and I'm actually getting a real understanding as to why these things work, it just opens up a whole nother door. And like I said before, it gave me that massive like wave of anxiety. I said, oh, I've got to do this now. This, and this. But I'm like, okay, let's just take a deep breath, step back, and okay, you will get eventually all of it done. We're not here to get it. I don't need to get everything done within this week. I've got the rest of my life to get all these things done. And of course, one of my favorite sayings is be fast with the. What is one of my favorite sayings? Be patient with a long-term goal, but fast with the daily tasks. So I'm still going to be setting myself daily to-do lists, daily tasks that I need to do relevant to these things, so I can actually get a lot of it done, like chip away at it. But I'm not going to allow it to be, at least, for example, what happened to me earlier, where I had that anxiety. Just like that quick one, I just said, yeah, no. Be patient. What you need to get done will get done, and you will achieve exactly what you want to achieve. Now, I think that was the main part in terms of, yeah, please, don't waste your time. Find mentors. Like, if you're watching this right now and you think I provide value, wait until you meet my mentors. The people who I watch, the people who I study. If you think I provide value, I'm not even halfway to where they are right now. Like me now, of course, when I learn all their skills and I can actually, if anything, I have skills, but I struggle to express them through camera and express them in a content way. Like, I think my content on my main channel and the Clinic Flow channel can definitely improve. My short form content can 1,000,000% improve. Like, I put effort, but not like, I know how skilled I am. So I know how much I can improve these things. But I think my main issue right now, which is actually one of the things that birthed that anxiety, is the fact that I'm trying to run all these businesses by myself. Well, Clinic Flow is not by myself, but at least my role within Clinic Flow is by myself. And also trying to push Gold Echelon and trying to build up the brand and all these sorts of things, create all of the content. I have to train my editors, left, right, all these sorts of things, create my own content, edit. It's a lot. If I was just focusing on Clinic Flow, it would be a lot easier. If I was just focusing on this channel, it would be a lot easier. If I just focus on my main channel, it would be a lot easier. And focus on Gold Echelon, so much easier. But because I want to do all of it at the same time, now it's a little bit tricky. But I understand intensity. So if I actually just put, like, this is one of the main things why I said the Gold Echelon 90-day challenge. So the GE90, that's what I've come to call it now. The GE90. So if you want to get involved, you'll see it either on screen or I'll explain more of it afterwards. But the GE90, one of the main things for me is to get so ahead in work that after quarter 3, I will be so ahead. Like I've said to you guys, my goal is to get on 10K a month by the end of quarter 3. I want to be so ahead in things that I can sit back and relax a lot more. That I can focus on learning new things. Like I've said to you guys, I want to learn how to play. I want to learn the saxophone. I want to learn multiple languages. Like, these things don't really translate into my entrepreneurial life right now. So learning them would be a waste of time. But there are hobbies and things that I want to do. But I can't do them right now because I know that I have more important things, like higher ROI tasks to do. Like, for example, recording this video. It's actually not really high ROI, but I want to do it as well. And it kind of interlinks because me practicing to speak here, I can go improve my articulation somewhere else and use what I learned here, at least from speaking here. I'll come back and watch this video and actually see where I messed up certain times and ensure that I take out these filler words and take up these mess ups from my other channels where it's the main goal of those things is to convert, yeah, and increase conversions. So, what was I talking about? So, as I said, the goal of the GE90 is to increase the intensity of things so I can get ahead of what I need to do but also allow me to have enough time to be able to focus on all these goals. But as I said, if you see my mentors, those people provide value. Like I'll drop some names. KJ Rain. I've only been studying for the past like 2 to 3 days, but that person is dropping so much value on his channel. If you want to improve, I don't care if you want to be a copywriter, if you want to be a fitness coach, if you want to be a any form of entrepreneurship, I think you need to go watch his channel. You will understand so much about copy, and if you don't understand what copy is, it's basically just text. You will understand so much about copy that it will drastically change your business. Number two, money maxing. If you want to study YouTube, he is the guy for you. He will improve your YouTube channel. Charlie Morgan, psychological monster. That's at least what me and my business partner call him. He is a monster. For sales, if you want to improve sales, go watch Charlie Morgan. If you want to improve your psychology, go watch Charlie Morgan. If you want to improve everything, go watch Charlie Morgan. Alex Emoji, sales. Elle Nightingale, for articulation and literally just all the motivation. Just watching Elle Nightingale, I don't have a specific thing, like reason for you to watch him, but when I watch him, it just helps. Jim Rohn, Christian entrepreneurship. That's what I would say. From watching him, that's the least the vibe I've gotten from him. Perfect. El Shof, who's Jim Rohn's mentor. I think I haven't actually started watching him yet, so I wouldn't classify him as one of my mentors, but he is Jim Rohn's mentor. So if I like Jim Rohn, I'm most likely like El Shof. Who else is there? Charlie Munger. Charlie Morgan referred him. So he is basically Warren Buffett's business partner. Go and study these people. Go and study the things that they talk about. I promise you, if you are 16 right now, I would do everything to be in your position right now with the knowledge I have. Like don't make me be 16 with me again, because I might have not ended on this good path right now. But I'm not even upset because 5 years away, but still I'm still young, so I still have so much time. But if you're 16 right now, listen to what I'm saying to you. Write those names down, because this is what I do now. If I hear somebody say a name, if they show the person on screen, I'm screenshotting that. If they say that name, I'm writing it down and I'm going to deep dive into this person. Yeah. Like for example, KJ Rainey, the only way that I found him was that I found out this is a way back story. Yeah. So one of my friends, who's Harry, you guys once again you'll see him somewhere down the line. Harry, he sent me a video by Money Maxen, and this was last year when I first ever started Golden around that time, or at least a little bit before that. When I was still in Etsy, I believe. So not like mid 2024, like beginning 2024. Of Money Maxen making a video called like how to make 10K a month on YouTube. From then I watched this video and I said, oh, I like this video style. It was a Mario video, but it was a faceless channel. He had jazz in the background. I loved the channel. Started watching his content and I was like, damn. And one of the things that Money Maxen always talks about was KJ Rainey, and how KJ Rainey was one of the main people. He's one of the only courses he bought that actually gave him a lot of value. And from watching KJ Rainey, I see how much he taught Money Maxen. Like I'm seeing they're so similar, and I think that's why I understand why I like both of them so much, because they're so similar in terms of the way that they create content, in terms of the way they articulate information. So I had the fattest brain fog and I literally forgot everything I was talking about. So I had to go back and watch the video so you can see how cooked I am right now in terms of the way I'm speaking to you guys. But yes, I was talking about that if I hear a name, I go through and I study that person through and through. So the Money Maxen guy who was my YouTube mentor, well, he still currently is my YouTube mentor, yeah, he spoke about KJ Rainey. I went through now, saved KJ Rainey, and down the line, when I've run into an issue where I see that my copy was lacking, I've gone through now and I'm deep studying KJ Rainey. Now, if you're 16, you have the time to do this. Go through and deep study each of these people I've spoken about, and you will see gems. Like for example, Jim Rohn. I think he's dead now, because when I was watching his video, he was talking about like life in the 60s, what life is gonna be like in the 80s, and he had grey hair in that video. So if he's dead, may God bless his soul, may he rest in peace. If he's still alive, God bless the man. I love him and his family. Yeah, I watched one of his videos. It was a 2 hour long video, and I can't remember the title. But one of the things that he spoke about was the importance of writing down your goals, the importance of having a plan, and I think those are the two things. He spoke about a lot of things inside the video, but those are the two things I took away. And one of the things that he said, well, three of the things that he actually said, I'll actually try to get my notes up. He spoke about ensure that you have, he said map out your economic goals. He said create a list of things that you want. And he said literally a list of everything you want, major to minor, and make sure that you celebrate each of the major wins. And then he said map out your personal development goals. Now, from him going through and saying this, I created an everything I want list. And it is like
a doom scroll of everything that I want. Like, it is a lot. I have things, spiritual goals, physical goals, financial goals, legacy goals, so many goals. Like, I created a long list. I even had ChatGPT to help me create a list. I inputted so much information about myself. I said, ChatGPT, help me to create a list of everything that I want. Like, I'm talking about everything, like millionaire at this age, even to as small as, okay, win 10 chess games in a row, learn how to play a song, 3 songs on a saxophone, spend a full night out at a jazz club, or like, yeah, like a jazz club or a jazz bar, whatever the difference is. Find a wife, all these things, like such a, like a, what's the word, a variety of goals that I want to achieve. But for me, sitting there and visualizing all of these things that I want to achieve, my motivation is through the roof. To the point where the next thing I done was I created, like I showed you guys like earlier into the channel, I think it was my first video of my quarter 2 goals. Now what I've gone through and done is create quarter 2 to quarter 3 goals, and also GE90 goals. So I have a plan of what I want to achieve. And obviously, because I can see what I want to achieve, I can easily just break it down into micro things of what I need to do. Like, for example, myself, I get so many ideas. Like, God has truly blessed me with the mind I have. Like, one of the things I always say I'm grateful for on my gratitude list is my mind. I have a peaceful, sound, effective mind. Yeah. So because I have all of these thoughts coming into my mind, it is hard for me to take action on all these things if I don't know what to do, and if it's just a word in my head. If it's not down on paper or written down or in my notes, it just goes. It comes in and it just goes. Like, for example, I get, like, as I was sitting here, I was thinking, what was I even talking about? Like, I couldn't even remember because I have so many thoughts coming in that I forget what I was talking about. All these sorts of things I have to work on. But still, I had all these thoughts. You see, I just did it there. I literally just did it there. I forgot what I was talking about, but I remember I was touching upon writing down the goals. So all of the goals that I have, having them there has birthed so much motivation. Like, all of these things have allowed me to be like, okay, then cool, deal. I need to get this done, this done, this done. When you start this day, this is what you need to do. And I think this is like advice that I would say to you guys. Listen to what Jamon said and listen to what I'm saying to you now. Create that. Create these things. Go and actually do the work. Like I spoke earlier into this video about just getting up and going after it. Getting up and just doing the work. Doing what you need to do. These type of things will drastically change your life. If you think all you need to do is just learn the next quick making money method and that's all and you're set. No. Like, maybe this task that I'm doing is not necessary, like 100% necessary for me to achieve my goals. Maybe there's a faster route, an easier route. But what I'm currently doing, where I have like a checklist of literally everything I want to achieve, this just helps me mentally so much. Then I have a list of the goals that I want to achieve for this quarter, the next quarter, and through the GE90, which is going to be from June 1st to August 30th. Having these things genuinely just make my mind so open and so motivated. I'm like, okay, I know what I have to achieve. I know what I want to achieve. I know what I have to do. And I say to you guys, please do these tasks. Go on ChatGPT, prompt ChatGPT and say, this is me. Let's say, for example, your name is James McLaren. My name is ChatGPT, my name is James McLaren. I am 19 years old. I currently have £5 in my bank account, but I have an Instagram account that has 500 followers. I want to do this. I want to potentially achieve this in my life. I want to get married. I have all these sorts of things. Say everything that you personally want. And then say, can you help me create an everything I want list? And it will jot down everything you want. And then go through that list and see, okay, then, do you actually want to achieve this? If not, swipe it off. If you do want to achieve it, keep it and write it down. So, for example, one of the things that were on there before was like, get rent to rents. Because I said I want to also get involved in property when I'm older. I was like, rent to rents. Isn't that like you're making £400 a month? Clinic Flow will make me millions a month. Or, yes, millions. I'll say that, millions a month. So why am I going to focus on that? Let me not even... I said, no, that's not big enough for me. Thank you, but I'm not really focused on that. That's more like you get into that to get into property. I will only play the property game when I have property game money. So, talking about that, yes. Because of that, because of having all of these goals, it has allowed me to be like, okay, cool. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. And this is how I'm going to get there. And I think I've rambled on so much to the point where I've brain fogged so much that I've just forgotten a lot of what I was going to talk about. But still, there's so much that I still need to even get through, which is so funny, which is why this video is going to be a lot of talking right now. Next thing was actually, yes, to talk about the main reason why you guys come to this channel, about Clinic Flow, the business which I'm building. So currently, we are still onboarding my mom. I think the funniest thing is that right now we're doing more than what we even need to do. We are literally just managing a business. My whole plan now is like I've woken up and I've seen, yeah, by the grace of God, one thing that God has made me want to do now is truly help my family's businesses and get them to the next level. Like to the point where it's no longer just, okay, we're Clinic Flow trying to help you. It's like, mom, I'm your son. I'm gonna help you manage these businesses. Like we're thinking about franchising. I'm not gonna express too much because obviously it's her business, her future. So I'm not gonna bait everything out. But we have created so many plans for her to the point where now it's okay. Alongside running Clinic Flow, alongside running Gold Echelon and my YouTube channels and stuff like that, and all these other content and all the things that I do, I'm mentally thinking a lot towards that within the next 5 to 10 years to take on a lot of management towards that. And all it takes to do to succeed in all these businesses is just hire people. But obviously, I don't have hire people money, so mentally it's all in my mind right now. But I will get to this stage in my life where I can just say, okay, cool, I'm going to hire this person to help me manage it. Like realistically, for Gold Echelon, all that's necessary is a social media team. Don't email me or message me about the social media team right now, but a real social media team, something like having an operations manager, a social media manager, like all these people to help me manage that side. And then for Clinic Flow, it's just literally getting an operations manager, creating a sales team, creating having an operations manager, have an operations team to people who actually build out the systems, and bang, bing bang, it's done from there. Literally just having the brand reputation skyrocketing through pardon me, automating client acquisition, and then you've exited the business. And of course, it sounds easier said than done. And it's easier said than done. It's going to take a lot of work, but I understand that 5 to 10 years I can get all of that done and then do all the other things that I need to do. It's just staying in the game long enough to be able to achieve those awards. So yeah, currently onboarding my mum, and we believe by the grace of God everything should be done by this week, and that should be it. And then we're starting running Google advertisements from next week or even this week. I need to get photos from her, upload it onto our sub account that we have for her, and that's it, all of it done there. Next, I want to talk about the GE90. So, if somehow you made it through all of that rambling on all of that brain fog, and you made it here for me to talk about GE90, I highly recommend you guys getting bored of me. However, I don't want you to just start now. If you've just seen this video right now, well, obviously you're watching the video right now, don't just start it now. Actually plan, because it's taken me a lot of planning to plan this thing alongside of actually planning what I'm going to do inside of it. One of the worst things you can possibly do is take on a big role or take on like a big event in your life without planning towards it. Like, of course, like you'll see, I'll say some of the criteria for it. Train twice a day, at least 45 minutes each. One session must be outside. Follow a clean diet, no cheat meals, stick to your goal. Read 10 pages of non-fiction. 2 hours of deep work or one income generating task. Build your business brand or skill set. Daily proof of progress. So a photo, journal entry or video log. Public or private, I don't care. I don't really need to see it. I just want you to stay accountable. And then drink minimum 3 liters of water, and then 50 minutes of prayer or stillness. So if you're religious, 50 minutes of prayer. If you're not religious, meditate, stay still, all these sorts of things. Just so you can actually de-cleanse and just realign your focus and become... Yeah, I'll stop there, just realign your focus. Yeah, so this is criteria. Now, it sounds... Of course, I've given you a list so you have things that you can actually follow. But if I come to you right now watching this video and I say to you, do you have a workout plan for you to train twice a day? If the answer is no, you can't start the challenge today. You can't start the challenge tomorrow because it's going to take you time to create a workout plan that you can follow to do. Because let's say, for example, you just start now, you start freestyling. What are you going to do in 2 weeks? If you have no meal prep ideas and you have no routine to actually follow, well, you're going to struggle to actually train twice a day because you don't know what to do in that day. You're going to struggle to eat a good, a followed meal. You're going to go and order food and stuff like that if you don't have the meals inside the fridge. Or at least you don't even know what you're going to make. Like mine is simple. I eat beef and rice and chicken and rice all the time. So I am not too fussed about, okay, diet. So, yeah. But I have a plan. I've actually sat there and planned out all these things. I planned out my workout plan. I planned out, well, that's it basically. That's all I need to really do. Everything else was more normal to me. My main thing with the GE90 is basically saying to myself, for this next time period, you are going to go all in. And I'm not really big on saying to somebody, okay, go, not saying I'm not big on going all in, but like, for example, monk mode, where people say, okay, cut out all the distractions, stop doing this, stop doing this, stop doing this. My main issue is this: if you're not a disciplined person and you go through and cut all these things out, there's 2 things that's most likely going to happen. Okay, no, 3. I'll actually be positive. I'll start with the most positive thing. You go through and you succeed and you do it. Well done. I praise you. Well done. But then number two, you start it, but because you had no plan and you weren't actually no, I say you started, you were planned, you went no, I'll stay on the first point. You started it, you had no plan, it wasn't structured, so you give up after about a week. Then you go back to doing everything you was doing. That is an issue because what was even the point? And they're just gonna beat yourself up with more negative self-talk, and they basically that monk mode did nothing for you. And what I think is even worse is, or still, it's not that bad because you ended up getting the results. But you've gone through, you've done the 90 days of the monk mode. But because you cut out so much at one point in time, you go back and actually do way worse than you did when you first started. Like if you was watching Netflix 2 hours a day and then you said to yourself, okay, during monk mode, I'm going to cut it out. Well, you're going to be fiending for the Netflix when you come back. After those 90 days, you're probably going to be watching Netflix for 3 hours a day now. That's what happens to some people. I'm not saying it happens to everybody. But you start to like hunger a lot for these habits because you cut it out and you don't fill it up with anything else. So I'm not really big on these things. Yeah. However, with what I've done for the GE90, it's more so that it is not too difficult to the point where if you are not living a disciplined lifestyle right now, that you can't get involved in it. But it's still to the point where it will be pushing myself forward, which is my ultimate goal, alongside of pushing other young people who are involved, even young or old, anybody who gets involved forward. So don't start it without planning. Please plan, because if you start it on a freestyle, you'll most likely fail because you won't have any structure or way to actually consistently do anything because you never pre-planned it before going into it. One of the best ways to do a test is to practice for the test before you go into it. No one likes a pop-up exam. You're bound to fail. So if you want to get involved, definitely get involved. I'm rooting for literally every single one of you. Now, one of my main focuses was to build up my Discord community. I have roughly around 11 people in there right now. On May 27th, I really want to focus on building my Discord community. I've had people join there for the sales things I spoke about on this channel, on my main channel, on TikTok, all these sorts of things. I've seen people coming from there, like 11 people, but still. I've had people coming from all these different avenues. So what I really want to do is actually build up the community. One thing I'm going to stop doing is actually stop going live on TikTok and just go live only on my Discord community. And I really want to focus on making my brand more relatable. I think with the content I currently create, I won't even lie, I do it. It's quite lazy content in terms of the TikTok, the short form content. It's quite lazy content because it's easier for me to make. But I think at this point in time, that's one of the most, I really want to focus on GE90 is that I want to go so intense. I want to wake up early and focus on everything that I need to do to the point where I have the time to improve the quality. I have the quantity. I just want to improve the quality of everything that I'm currently doing. And that is one of my main goals. So for me, like for example, where it says, follow a clean diet, no cheat meals, stick to your goal. Bulk, cut, or maintain. So my goal into GE90 is to cut, but it's not really more so about what I'm eating. It's more so about how much I'm eating or how much I'm training. So my cut, I want to be more in a deficit from training. Not saying I'm going to come order, like, of course, I'm going to cut out processed food. So sadly, no more meal deals. I don't really order fast food anyway. It's more, I don't actually have the order. So I don't really get, only time I really get fast food is after church on a Sunday. But I will say no to those. Only thing I won't say no to is if my mom cooks on a Sunday. Of course, I'm going to lean towards the discipline side. I'm going to lean towards my meal prep because obviously if I have meal prep, I don't want to waste it. But let's say, for example, my mom cooks on a Sunday or cooks on a Tuesday. She made an amazing meal. I'm going to sit down and eat with my family because for me, the GE90 is not for my diet. I really believe I have a pretty good physique. I'm not really here for the physique side of things or for the fitness side of things. Apart from training, I want to train harder. But in terms of the diet, my diet isn't bad. So for me, it's more to get the work done. But for you, it could be completely different. Maybe you're slightly overweight right now and you have no ambition right now to pursue business. That's perfectly fine. You maybe want to scale yourself in your career or whatever you want to be doing. And your goal is to just use the GE90 for you to be locked in to decrease your weight. That is for you. Like, for example, one of my goals during this quarter and then GE90 and then next quarter is to get to 10 to 12% body fat. Now, of course, I can't get that if I'm always eating crap. So no matter what, my goal will have to, the things I do have to align with that goal in terms of ensuring that my diet stays good. I will most likely start tracking. I'm not 100% sure when I'll start doing that. Main reason is because, as I spoke about in the last couple of videos, I am still injured, sadly. My legs are actually a lot better, but my wrist has basically like a little bump. I don't know if you guys can see it like that. It's not there on this arm, but it's there. So whenever I go to train now, I feel it a lot. So in terms of training to my maximum intensity, I'm struggling a lot. You're probably asking, what does that have to do with your meal prepping? It doesn't have really much. But in terms of when I'm hungry, well, I'm going to struggle to get even hungry if I can't train as hard. Once again, I don't know what I have to do with anything, probably just an excuse. Let me just cut that out. So, yes, if you want to get into the GE90, two things I will say to you. Plan for it and create goals you want to achieve from it. Main reason, the goals will keep you accountable. The plan will keep you accountable too, because you know what you need to do. Without those two things, you're going to struggle a lot. And then three, join the Discord community. The link will most likely be down below. Join in and start interacting. I want to actually see people getting involved in this, and I want to meet the people who get involved in it. And yeah, I won't be going live on TikTok anymore. I'll be hosting those group calls on the Discord community, just so I can start meeting everybody else inside of there. I used to do this on my school communities, which is one of the things I've stopped, but I want to get back into down the line. Once I start to build up once again, the brand a lot more. I do want to get back into school. It's just that it's quite expensive, so I'll wait until the brand is to the point where, yeah, it's actually worth it to be making that investment. So yeah, join the Discord community. Another thing I did want to speak about, funny thing is, like I said, brain fog so much to the point I have to actually write down what I want to talk about. Once, after like a week of me getting back into recording, I'll be back to normal, man. But I was speaking about Friday or 6 a.m. prayers. And one of the funniest things is that it's been dwelling on my heart a lot to get back into doing 6 a.m. prayers. And one of my goals, just in general, at least till the end of the year, and one till the end of the quarter, is do a 24-hour fast. And I was like, because I haven't fasted like since the beginning of the year. I haven't fasted since the beginning of the year. And I said to myself, nah, like I want to fast. And ChatGPT said, do a 24-hour fast or more. I was like, whoa, whoa. Like we've gone straight from 12 hours to 24 hours. What's going on? But I said, you know what? Yeah, no, I want to get that done. And one of my goals is to get that done this Saturday. And basically, I will be fasting for the GE90 because life is spiritual, man. And I want God on my side with it in anything that I do. So what I've said to myself, or just said in general, what I feel like God has installed into my heart is to do a 6 a.m. prayer on Friday. Now, I don't know when this video is coming out. But if you missed it, I will probably do another one. By the time this video comes out, I don't even know how many views this video will get. I don't even know if you've made it. I don't know why you're still watching because I'm just rambling on. I don't know how you've made it all the way here. But if you made it here, comment down 6 a.m. prayer or comment down if you want to join the 6 a.m. prayers. And I really want to get back into doing it. I don't know, back then I wasn't. Sometimes I may have led it, but it wasn't mine. It was for my church. But I do want to get into doing one. Like I spoke to Prince today, who you guys probably saw down the line in the videos, and I was like to him, bro, like when was the last time we done it? Like it's called travailing in the spirit. When was the last time I done a 6 a.m. prayer? I can't remember. So I said no. When I get into this discipline of waking up early to go to the gym and train hard and train twice and do all sorts of things, I can wake up for God. I can pray. Like I already wake up and read my Bible straight away. So let me wake up and go straight into prayer. So this Friday, which will be Friday the Friday the 30th. Yeah, the 30th, I will be doing a 6 a.m. prayer. I don't know who's going to be on it because especially I don't know when this video is coming out. I might put it out on the Saturday so that you guys can see it for the first. But I don't know. I might show you the 6 a.m. prayer. You might have already seen it. I might just add it in. I don't know if I'm actually going to record it. I don't know. You will see whatever you see. And then I also want to show my experience when I'm doing a 24-hour fast. So once again, I don't know if that's going to be in this video or be... You know what I actually do? Because this is a lot of updates. I will post this video tomorrow, which will be Wednesday the 28th. Yeah, I'll get this edited tonight and drop it tomorrow. And then I will make another video. No, I can't do that because I have a video dropping tomorrow. I'll think about this and then you guys will see whatever you see. And yeah, I want to get back in 6 a.m. prayers and I'll continue just showing more of the content. So in terms of the GE90, yeah, that's going to help me create a lot more content because I'm going to have so much more to speak about. I'm going to be so much more susceptible to hearing God's voice and be walking on the path that God has for me. Like one of the prayers I pray practically every morning is, God, keep me in line for the perfect will that you have in my life. And I feel like if I'm fasting and I'm praying more, and obviously I already read the Bible, but if I'm doing all these sorts of things and doing the work, not really doing the work necessarily, but just keeping faith in the Lord and keep drawing closer and closer towards Him, I'm more susceptible to hear these things and acquire the wisdom. Then I can just relay all this information into the videos. And that's the goal ultimately. And then I think the final thing was, I was talking about literally in this video about how I finished 2 Corinthians, but I'm way past that. I've finished I finished the 10 books I wanted to read. I read Judges, Proverbs, Matthew, Ecclesiastes, Philippians, Colossians, First and Second Chronicles. I'm forgetting too. That was in there. What, hold on, what am I forgetting? Um, First and Second Corinthians, Colossians. I'm reading First Thessalonians now, so it can't be that. What could it be? First Thessalonians. No, because I can't search it up because I've read it. So what could it have been? Hold on, it's there. Hold on, it's there. It's there. It's there. It's before Corinthians. So it goes Roman. Yes, Galatians. Yeah, Galatians, and then it's around there. Galatians, and then Ephesians. Ephesians. There we go. So yeah, I've read those 10. As you can see, I've read them, but you can see the quality of how I've read them. So my plan now, which is one of the things that I said I wanted to chat. I'm telling you, go to ChatGPT. It will give you some amazing goals. Like for example, like it said to me, by the end of quarter 3, I can read the whole entire Bible. I was like, what? But it's genuinely true. If I actually look in, like I'm already read 10 non-fiction books a day, 10 pages. Yeah. I can say to myself, okay, I already read about 2 to 3 pages of the Bible because my Bible is quite big and small letters, so it's a lot of context getting taken in. But if I actually sit there and I say, okay, cool, an hour a day of reading the Bible, easily could read the Bible by the end of the quarter. Of course, it won't be properly retained. Like what you guys will start seeing in terms of my short form content, I'll start creating a lot more Christian focused content because for me, the way that I download information is I have to speak on what I talk about. I have to use practically in my life what I'm talking about. So when I come and talk to you guys, for example, earlier about acquiring skills, I don't just randomly talk about this. I actually acquire the skills or go through moments when I'm acquiring skills and I say, do this thing because this is what I'm currently doing in my life. And yeah, so because of that, that helps me to retain the knowledge more. I have to teach on it. I have to do something around it. I can't just read it and then just let it go. I have to actually practically use the information that was there. So because of that, yeah, I will start to go back and really utilize the word. But currently, yeah, I want to go through, read the Bible. Also, I have the Action Bible. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like an animated version of the Bible. Yeah, animated, isn't animated, I think an illustrated, yeah, an illustrated version of the Bible. I think that's correct. Yeah, one of them two. Oh, yeah, basically, yes, you understand that. Go search up the Action Bible, you'll see it. And I have that, and I started reading it last year. I got up to like page 200 and something. So I got up to Judges after the story of Joshua freezing the sun. I believe that's where I stopped. And I believe it was Joshua. Yes. Yes. That's what I got up to. And then I stopped reading. Because I started reading. No, I think I just stopped reading it. I think I just fell off there. But now I've engraved the habit of reading in the morning so much to the point where, yeah, I just want to get back into reading the Action Bible. And it helps me to see the story. So it may not give me the word, like for example, like I won't be able to say like in KJV, like for example, Proverbs 3 verse 5, trust on the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. I'm not gonna find that in the Action Bible. It's literal broke. It's like ESP or like NIV, yeah. But it helps me remember the stories a lot. Like I remember, like for example, the story of Cain and Abel. Like you can actually see it. Like the story of in Genesis, the creation story where God, the 7 days of God creating literally everything. They show you these things like Adam and Eve leaving the Garden of Eden. I can see all these stories, and because you can see it, it's easier for you to remember. So yeah, definitely get the Action Bible. But yeah, if you want to catch up with me in terms of reading the Bible, the 10 books, yeah, I've already read them. Maybe you can go back and read them, and then we can start talking about it. Because it's not like I don't remember the stories. I remember a lot of it. Like one of my favorite things was in Matthew, and the parables that Jesus was teaching. There's so many parables that I want to go out there and actually teach upon. Well, at least my revelation from God and just exactly what it is, like standard of what it is, like the story of sowing and reaping, for example, the talents, foundation, all these sorts of things. Going through and speaking on these things would definitely just help me and help other people to learn them. But yeah, I want to go through and do those sorts of things. Now I forgot why I mentioned that. So you know what, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end the video there. So if you've made it here, you're a star. Just comment down green peppermint tea. Just comment down peppermint if you watched it all the way to here. I don't know how you've done this. I don't know why you've done this. But if you've done it, God bless you. May God bless you and your family. And hopefully you actually retained all of the information that I spoke about, and you actually act on all the information I spoke about, and you join the Discord community so I can actually meet you. But yeah, comment down peppermint. God bless you guys, and I'll see you guys inside of the next video where I will be showing you the GE. I don't know. I'll see you guys in this video.